Dance has always been a big part of my life. I've been a contemporary dancer now for the past 5 years. I love and appreciate all different dance cultures and dance styles. So I thought, how fun would it be for me to research a different country's dance culture? The dance culture that I found most fascinating was the Chinese dance culture. Throughout this speech, we are going to learn about the origins of the Chinese dance culture. We are going to learn about the 2 dance styles performed, and we're going to learn about the costumes they wear during performance. The origins of Chinese cultural dance trace back before the appearance of the first Chinese written characters. In this slide, you see an example of the Chinese dance symbol, also known as a character. A study of ceramic artifacts with depictions of Chinese dancing figures reveals that the origins of Chinese dance dating back to around 4th millennium BC. Here we have a picture of the ancient Chinese artifact. This artifact is portraying classical dance style. The Chinese dance culture really grew during the reign of the Han Dynasty. However, it wasn't until the Tang Dynasty that the Chinese dance culture really flourished. The Tang Dynasty founded the country's 3 most renowned dance schools: the Pear Garden Academy, the Imperial Academy, and the Taishan Temple. The Chinese dance culture also grew from religious rituals. Most people do not know that. Here I have a picture of an example of a dancer doing a religious classical dance. The Chinese dance culture has survived through theater and through martial arts. A little neat tidbit that most people do not know is that many martial art movements originated from the Chinese dance culture. Here I have a comparison of the martial art and the dance comparison. Here is a martial art movement where he's doing a big extended karate kick. And here we have the Chinese classical dance movement where she's extended her leg into full point. I found this information at www.thinkquest.com. The 2 different dance styles that the Chinese culture has is classical dance and folk dance. The classical dance is more elegant, has softer movements, and it is a little bit more expressive than the folk dance. Chinese classical dance would compare to our Western ballet. Chinese dances are mostly performed as solos. I'm sure you're wondering why they're performed as solos. They're performed as solos because most classical dances are used for religious ritual purposes. Chinese classical dance emphasizes on the use of the arms, of the wrist, and of the fingers. Here I have a picture of an example of the classical dance. Here you can see all the emphasis is on the hand, the wrist, and the fingers. Folk dance is a little bit different. Chinese folk dances are best used for traditional Chinese folk stories. They portray a lot of folk stories. They also portray activities of daily life. Folk dances very few are used for religious purposes. Mostly are just strictly for entertainment purposes. And folk dances are very energetic and they are used in groups. I found this information at www.crazehan/us/dance. Here we have an example of the Chinese folk dance right here. Okay? Each dance style has its own unique costume. The classical dance style has classical dance costumes. The folk dance has folk dance costumes. The difference between the 2 is very, very drastic. Classical dance costumes are flowing gowns that have elegant earth tone colors. They have sleeves that go far past the hands, which emphasizes on swan-like movements. The folk dance costumes are way different. They are drastic, they are very bold, and they're very colorful. Costumes for folk dances also help to tell the story of the folk dance and the story that they're trying to portray. I found this information at www.sunnync.org. Here we have the costume comparison. Here it shows the elegant gown with the long sleeves with the earth tone colors. Here it's a little bit different. It's tight fitting, it's very rainbow colored and dramatic colors, and they're showing skin. Normally, if the costume is showing skin, it's not classical because most classical are for religious purposes, and during a religious ritual, showing of skin is not permitted. In conclusion, We learned the origins of the Chinese cultural dance. We've also learned the 2 different dance styles that they perform, and we learned about the different costumes they wear for each dance style. I hope this experience has helped you to better understand the Chinese dance culture. Thank you.